Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 6th grade concept of area and volume. This is standard 6.8D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 5 off the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a triangle here, and we need to measure the dimensions to the nearest quarter inch. Then we need to find the area. All right, well, this picture looks a little bit strange because rather than just taking a screenshot of the actual STAAR test, which would mess up all the dimensions, I actually printed out this page, printed out 2 copies of the mathematics chart, folded up the rulers that you see on the mathematics chart so that we could try to measure this. So when we're looking for the area of a triangle, we're just looking for 2 basic measurements. We need to take 1/2, but that's always just going to be 1/2 base times height. Now this triangle is upside down, but that doesn't really matter. Here's our base, okay? And so you see we've got this 0 lined up right here. And so I had to kind of put this down here. I know it's normally we would measure it right up next to it, but if we did that, I'd cover up the picture and I'd also be covering up the words. So that's why it kind of looks like this down here. So you see that this base goes all the way to this larger line right there. Now, if we had the entire ruler kind of unfolded here, we could kind of see what that larger line is, but they're not labeled. So we're going to have to be able to understand the parts of a ruler, and so that's what we've got. This, let's look at this chunk right here. It's 0 to 1 because it's going to kind of repeat. So we could label this larger one right here as the 1/2. So that's the 1/2 right there. And then we've got these 2 on either side that are a little bit less. So that's 1/4 and that's 3/4. Now if you wanted to kind of keep the same denominator, you could label this 1/2 as 2/4. So it does go up 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, but 2/4 reduces down or simplifies down to 1/2. Now if we need to get into this, these are going to be 1/8, but we don't need to because it says to the nearest 1/4 inch. So that's as far as we need to go, which means this is 1 1/4. And here's this big one right here. This is 1 1/2. All right, so my base is going to be 1 1/2. I just need my height. Now here's 0 right there. And you notice it goes right past the 1, but it goes to one of these small ones. So it's going to go to this first small one like this one right here. It's not going to go to that big one, so it's actually not quite as big. It's 1 1/4. Now how in the world are we supposed to multiply all of these? Even if we were to change these into decimals, guess what? Our answer is going to be in fractions, so we might as well keep it in fractions. Well, multiplying fractions is super easy. Just multiply straight across as long as they're all improper fractions. So you know what? Let's rename these as improper fractions. So 1/2 is good. 1 1/2. All right. So how do we change that into improper fractions? Well, we multiply the whole number by the denominator. So that means it's going to be 2, and then you add that 1. So you multiply this, and then you add the numerator, and that's going to be 3/2. 1 1/2 is same as 3/2. Let's do the same thing for 1 1/4. Multiply the whole number by the denominator, 4. Add the numerator, 1 gets you 5. Always keep the denominator the same, 5/4. Now, we multiply straight across, simple as that. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Boom. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Now, it might seem like there needs to be more trick than that, but once you get into this, you're golden. Your answer here is C.